No, just talk about now. I'll clip it in.
Super Mario.
What about it?
It was the Super Mario. I don't know, Grandpa Rick.
There's a Super Mario movie coming out.
What were your thoughts? Because this is the first time I just showed it to you a minute ago.
I'm excited for it because
it's
animated and
the animation
looks keep shit animated.
Yes, so there is not like how they've kind of fucked over the whole Sonic thing. How like you mentioned. Well, this is why I wanted to show Sonic, it to you because of how they tried to make it where they wanted live people in it, but then they made it animated.
Yes.
Like Sonic would have just been good had it just been animated.
Yes, agreed.
And that's what this Mario is, that it's all strictly animation, and it looks good for what it is. Just like I like how they did Bowser very well.
Yes.
And how they added all that in.
Everything looks good. It looks like it's going to stay original to the original source. Like the Super Nintendo, SNES, whatever you want to call it, those days. It's not like the new stuff where he throws the hat and possesses stuff. He might still do it.
Well, I don't know. I saw Luigi getting chased by those little fucking bone.
Yeah, the
Koopas.
skeleton
Koopas. So that looked kind of cool.
That's old school. So I can't wait till it comes out. It's gonna be real good.
I think it'll be real good.
And I'll be here to review it for you.
I'll be there for you.
That's kind of a thing I might start doing in my sessions, or me and Lynn might start doing.
I would actually like to do that, movie reviews, or like just some movie reviews.
Yeah,
that would be an actually really good one because I'm a big movie buff.
I got a Buzz Lightyear one coming out. I have my feelings about it, and no, not because there was a lesbian kissing scene. Nobody gives a shit about that. I actually have a genuine review for the movie. I'll post it here down the road. But yeah, so that might be a thing.
So
that is terrible.
On Friday, Friday, the day of.
How'd you get fired on your day
off? The 7th, yeah. It was like 7th. Stealing boxes. Stealing no damn boxes. Yeah, so Friday. First time it's been in quite a while. So let me ask you, when was the last time you actually physically walked the strip? Was it when you were employed?
Physically walked it?
When you were employed with like security?
Yes, when I was doing security.
Right.
We drove the strip after the pandemic when it was blacked out.
Yeah.
But I haven't physically walked it since I was working. Yes.
So to be honest, it's the same thing. As a local, there's not a lot of people that I know that are even locals that go strip walking.
No.
So when we went, I went with the girls to go check it out. And I hadn't been down there and I patrol it like if I have to like go in between work and stuff like that. Right. But I actually walk it at night with like civilians and stuff.
No.
I hadn't been down there since I was probably like a fucking teenager with like Ian and all them.
Right.
Back like when T.I. still had their fucking the boat and everything. Wow. And so the boat's gone, which is crazy. You know, that's the T.I. boat's not there no more.
Why?
Yeah, they filled it in for other stuff. The transition, and this is one thing that kind of amazed me. Like, we're so accustomed to seeing our normal Monday 9 to 5 patrolling or living in the same areas that we're always in. I know my route to and from work. I see the town on the outskirts of what Las Vegas is, which is the Strip.
Yes.
The Strip is what literally runs this whole town.
It makes Vegas.
Yes. So going on there, after not being there for a long time, it was interesting to see. It was a Friday. My Chemical Romance was playing at T-Mobile.
Oh, wow.
So I already knew this because of work and stuff like that they were going to be there. So what we did is we parked at the Aria. Aria and Park MGM share a parking garage.
Yes.
So we parked on the rooftop. Grabbed a couple drinks and stuff. The kid grabbed a little Arizona tea. And we went all the way down to where T-Mobile meets up. And I know where everything is because, remember how I told you I do the bike academy?
Yes. Oof.
So there's been 4 times now in the middle of the day for fucking 6 to 8 hours, I would have to do that victory ride where I would ride my bike all around with a bunch of other officers for bike officer training. And
great for working out.
The amount of cardio, it's fucking ridiculous. It's nothing I ever really wanted to do. You're doing an Ironman because it's between a 5 to 10K.
That's insane.
And it's like if you're not built to be able to do it, it really fucks with you. Like you're just exhausted all the time.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know I can do it. I've done it now, and it's like check off a box that I never wanted to check to begin with. But because I rode around, I knew where everything was in town.
Yeah.
Like little nooks and crannies, so I could kind of like for the kid
you
wanting
to
navigate. Yeah, to be able to see. Like I'm not going to take you to like a bullshit like where Oyo and Mandalay is, where there's nothing over there. Like I know where the sites need to be seen. I know where the Bellagio water fountain, where the M&M factory was and stuff. So we parked it right there. Started going past. They have a restaurant called Salt Bay, the guy who does the fucking thing on the steak.
Yes, with his forearm.
Yes. So
terrible.
That's there, right in between T-Mobile. They got a whole bunch of little restaurants that you can kind of walk through and stuff. Went to the M&M shop, which was still the same. It was pretty cool for what it was. There was a Coca-Cola store. What threw me off, because I knew what everything looked like, it's walking past the Hawaiian marketplace next to Polo Towers, because you had
back memories.
You had worked there.
Yes.
How long ago?
At least 10 years ago.
At least 10 years. So yeah, I guess it wouldn't have been. It wouldn't have been high school that I went, because I would have. Yeah, because I went down there when you were working there.
Well, no, I turned 21 there. So maybe it was just slightly
between
after high school.
The age of like 18 and 23, let's see. Because I think once I turned 23 and up, I was working more. Yeah. And then I got into security when I was 25, 26.
I dipped out.
And I was like, okay, I have no reason to be over there.
Right.
It's crazy that everything, like the whole strip is lit up. That one section, completely blacked out. There's nothing there. It's just like a ghost town. And I'm like... It's crazy because there used to be so live. They had a little karaoke bar and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, bro. They had the karaoke bar where everybody was singing fucking Sweet Caroline.
Yeah.
Every night. They actually set up a stage for a live band during the day. We had the kiosks where you could go shopping. There was the bar, Zingers, of course.
Yeah.
On the inside was a plaza. They had a Middle Eastern stop or restaurant in there. Whole bunch of little stores and stuff you could just kind of go in and out to real quick. And it was when he showed me the picture of it, I was like, dude, I've never seen it.
It's like pretty much abandoned. From what I was told is that someone bought out that area because they're just going to demolish it and build. Because it's an older part of Vegas, but then you still get the center spots, like how where the Sugar Factory used to be and where it's at now.
Yes.
Like I was showing you before, like how there's just the giant neon sign that takes up everything.
We're turning into New York. It
kind
feels
of,
like.
yeah. When you're on top of the building, like you can even see fucking the New York and stuff like that, and everything just looks good. It's not bad. It's just interesting. It's different to be able to see it, and it's like you can see the difference in certain styles. Like we were walking on the right side, which was we were trying to get to the link. We were trying to get the link so we could walk through there, check off where that was, double back into the Bellagio fountain.
Oh, nice.
So just a big box, nothing crazy. On the right side, there was construction in between. Not too much homeless. Couple vagrants here and there. Nothing like nasty or bad, which we're accustomed to seeing all the time.
Oh yeah.
But then you go farther down, it's like, okay, you're starting to see more and more homeless people kind of go around. And that was funny is because I was walking and I was like, you know what I hadn't seen in a long time? The people that would fucking slap the cards. Yeah, the porn cards, right? I'm like, oh, they're not here anymore. No, they're still there. So you got to go to a certain part of town.
If you get real quiet and you put your ear to the ground off in the distance here.
That's all it was. And it's just that. So before we had crossed over, right? Because of the concert and the venues, or I'm assuming just how the strip is, Metro parks their squad cars along the side of the road. They're not physically in their cars, but their lights are running just to make a police presence.
It's a
And there's a crossing spot to cross the street from where T-Mobile is to, I think, I don't know, wherever the M&M factory was.
Yeah.
And there's 2 Metro officers standing there. And I'm like, okay, it's cool that they're still showing presence. So traffic hasn't started going yet where people can cross, and you see a guy and a girl running across the street.
Oof.
And Metro starts flashing their lights at them, and they yell, and Metro, they can say whatever the fuck they want. People think that cops have to have the courtesy of being kind and not swearing. So the guy goes, hey, what the fuck? He goes, do you not have a brain? And the guy's like, yeah, I got a brain. And he just keeps walking, and he goes, you're jaywalking. Did you want a ticket? And the girl's like, it doesn't matter. We made it across the street. So they beeline past the crowd and start going up. And Metro starts yelling at them like, hey, turn the fuck around. So they break through the crowd to go grab these people. And it's fun. I found it so like euphoric, the fact that people that still think they can get away with little shit like that.
Yes.
And that the police were able to actually go in there and say, hey, we're still keeping an eye on you for shit like this, just because you think, because it's true. Had these dumb fucks crossed in traffic and a taxi came and just fucking hit them because cars were just flowing, it would have made everybody look bad.
It's happened before. That's why they don't want you jaywalking.
And they're like, oh, they want to be like, they don't think that they have the ability, or Metro has the ability to like restrain them or fucking give them a ticket. But Metro straight cut through the crowd, push past me to get to these people and be like, hey, you need to fucking listen to us. Not, oh, you can talk shit and then walk away.
And if you don't move, you're obstructing justice. Good job, asshole.
So I liked it. Right, and the guy's crossing the street, he's flashing light, he goes, hey, do you have a fucking brain? And the guy's like, yes, I have a brain. And the girl's like, we made it across, so it doesn't matter. He goes, do you want a citation? No. And they just kept walking.
Bro, that's one of the few things I miss about working on the strip was down there. It was around the time they got their electric scooters. Those things were silent. You couldn't hear them, but the Metro said they could go up to 65 miles an hour.
Meaning you're going to catch up really fast.
They had the bike cops, too. I saw those bike cops wreck people with their bikes. Like, dude was come out in Metro with a skateboard, and he tail whipped that bike, and that tire whapped that boy. I was like, whoa.
They do the same thing with
Metro
security.
Don't play.
They teach you how to fucking get the bike and put it in a riot mode where you can actually like hit people with your fucking bike.
It's almost like a what is it? The bumper on front of the trucks.
It's cool stuff. But overall, I was just wanted to put it out there that It's an experience. You know,
Yes.
you obviously always still have to be careful, which is our next topic we'll lead into here in a minute.
Yes.
Being aware. The reason
and
why
Vegas is just different though.
it is. It's the consistency of knowing where you're at, what you're doing. The one thing that irked me, and you know, when taking the kid down there to be able to see where everything is, I liked that she could experience that.
Right.
Obviously, the comfort more or less is that her and her mom, when they wanted to go, they first didn't go when I wasn't there because they were at the fashion show, and it's like the strip is scary if you don't know where you're going.
Yes.
I know where everything is.
Very
I'm
scary.
confident in my ability to protect myself and
Right.
people around me, and pretty much first rule was like, all right, you know, you stay in front of us,
Right.
you walk with us, and then
Eyes
just,
on you
just
at all
eyes
times.
at all times. And it's cool. It just, you know, puts their head on a swivel to kind of give them the idea. And first thing, you know, I asked her is like, you know, how'd you feel? And she goes, it's crazy. There's always things happening.
Yes.
And she goes, there's always things happening. And what's funny is the only thing that scared her wasn't the homeless people. It wasn't Metro acting crazy, or it wasn't all a bunch of stuff. It was the showgirls.
Oh,
I don't know why. Like, oh no, the showgirl's looking at me, and I thought it was funny. It was cute because the showgirls are just doing their own shit. There was nothing else other than a couple homeless people, the people with the cards, and then just multiple different showgirls, which will lead into the next topic.
Because the thing about the strip is, strip can be scary because you take one wrong turn, you're in a back alley full of crackheads. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It can get real bad.
I saw tourists, and this is the thing, is that you're walking on the strip, and there's certain pockets where everybody can kind of walk, but then I noticed there'd be times I would have to slow my step down.
Yes.
Because it's like herding cattle. Everybody's walking one way. But you would see people going down alleys.
Right.
And I'm like...
all bad.
But what I saw at the end of certain alleys, there would be a security officer there.
Good.
And I'm like, that's smart.
Good.
That they have security there because these tourists are so dumb that they'll just go through the
wander into a fucking oblivion, yo. Like,
and that's
you
where they
will
get
walk
snatched
into a fucking trap house and never come out.
Yeah, human trafficking is still a big thing.
Okay, the shit is nuts. All right, you got anything else?
I'm here, man. Wrap it up.
All right,
On to the next
wrapping
one.
it up like a... Never mind. My dick in a box, and we're out.
Okay.